When you look up Lego on a fresh account on YouTube, you tend to get a lot of slop. But the people who are into the Lego space have a certain community to them. And I have, over my years, watched many of Lego videos. So I would like to show off today who my Mount Rushmore of Lego YouTubers is. And I would like to immediately start with actually a good friend of mine. And normally when you hear that, you're just like, you're gonna have your little friends on your list. You can have a little small YouTuber on the list of Mount Rushmore. No, because one of my good friends is just too good. Please, Sarah, comment on the video so I don't look stupid, because yes, they are a good friend of mine. But the fact of the matter is, Just Too Good has 5,000 videos, and I could promise you, you could watch any one of those at any moment, and they're an entertaining video. Over the years, one of the most consistent we've gotten, and it's so cool that, like, at least nowadays, I'll be sent some, like, early drafts and, like, little ideas to, like, throw into, like, some of these videos. Like, I think my friends helped with, like, the most controversial canceled sets. Like, some of them were throwing out some of the ideas, and we were, like, workshopping that video a little bit. And then it became an absolutely phenomenal video that, like, I'd recommend to anybody. But Just Too Good is one of the best up there, but if I cannot count Just Too Good, I have an extra little figurehead to put on the list. So at number one, if we're not counting Just Too Good, I'm going with JANGBricks. I think JANGBricks is sort of an obvious pick for many people. I think anyone who has watched his content completely understands why. He is just a very humble man who doesn't get himself in controversy, doesn't get himself into a lot of hate. He's probably one of the most loved figures in the community. He doesn't go out of the way to do a lot of side ventures. He is just a Lego fan who likes reviewing Legos and doing them very, very well. Even though his views have plummeted a little bit, over the years he has made thousands of YouTube reviews. I have a feeling if you were into Lego at any point in the last 10 years, you were watching a JANGBricks video to see if you liked one of the sets or not. My second pick for the list is probably the most controversial pick, because I know some people don't like him, but I do. MandRProductions. M&R is probably one of the best current Lego Star Wars YouTubers, consistently talking about Lego Star Wars and giving some of the best reviews ever. He has this journey of doing a review for every Lego Star Wars set ever. So odds are this Jedi Starfighter Vulture Droid review I haven't watched yet, but it is one of my favorite sets of all time. Odds are that man has dropped the best review on the site, because he goes out of his way to update and make a permanent review for all of it. And I think that's a very cool thing to do. But then he's got other things, the comparison videos between the different sets, and then just like talking about leaks and talking about Legos in general. I think he is one of the most entertaining and one of the most consistent when it comes to Star Wars content, even though I don't agree with everything he says, but I think it's good to kind of hear people out, and he does have some good points sometimes. I'll give him that a lot of times. The third pick on my Mount Rushmore is SolidBrixStudios. SolidBricks is something else. He was the person all the way back in the day who got me into Clone Army building. If you go to his most popular videos, 2015 edition. That wasn't the one that I first saw him by. I think it was this one right here, the one from 15 years ago, which means I've been a fan since I was 9 years old, 10 years old. I'd probably say this and the last guy on my Mount Rushmore are the ones who are at the top of my list. He started when he was a teenager, and now he's a full-fledged adult, still making and pumping out quality content, but you cannot put past the fact that he is one of the best mock builders to ever do it, especially when it comes to Star Wars. Like, other people might be great reviewers, but he could. But yeah, he got me in the Clone Army building, he got me in the Clone Base building, but I'll still watch things like the Jedi Temple and Kashyyyk and sit there and just be jealous because I'm not as talented as him. So I think even to this day, I think I was watching some of his videos recently, like his reviews, especially because he is in LAN, he does get some of the sets early. So if you want to see Lego Star Wars sets, sometimes earlier than Ryan, you're gonna end up watching SolidBrixStudios videos. So for me, being a mainly Star Wars guy, I think it's a no-brainer putting SolidBricks on the list. But the guy at the head of my Lego Mount Rushmore is Forest Fire 101, and he is, I would say, the best stop-motion maker ever when it comes to Lego. Funny enough, this interview right here, I didn't know what Forrest looked like. I was standing on the other side of the camera watching this interview happen. I'm like right out of frame. It's insane. I'm so like two of my goats right there. I knew that David was there, so that's why I was watching it. I did not know who was interviewing him, especially because he looked so professional. I low-key thought it was the noobs, but I managed to meet Forrest. Funny enough, everybody here but Jang I have met in person before. Like, not only did he do some of the craziest like Lego stop motions back in the day, these were the most entertaining thing to me as a kid. Just watching these and losing it. And then all of a sudden he just pops off because he created the Duck song. Like, he's iconic in multiple ways. I have Rubber Ducky signed by him sitting right in front of my display. And yeah, I think that would be my Mount Rushmore. Just Do Good, SolidBrixStudios, MandRProductions, Forest Fire 101, and if I can't count Sarah because they're my friend, JANGBricks. So I'd like to put the question out there, who's your Mount Rushmore? Why are they your Mount Rushmore? And I'll see y'all later.